Hello everyone! Γεια σας! In today's lesson, we're going to look at the words we use in Greek to introduce questions. Words for location, time, cause, manner, and quantity. These are small but powerful words we use every single day. They're pronouns and adverbs, and some of them often combine with prepositions. Of course, we'll keep things fun and engaging with plenty of examples, everyday phrases, and fixed expressions. But don't focus only on today's new vocabulary. Try to spot the words you already know, from articles to possessive pronouns. Don't forget to check the slides for extra details. And when we read phrases, you know the drill. Read along and practice with me. Let's begin with the interrogative pronouns τι, ποιος, πόσος. Let's explore the invariable word τι. We use it to ask for information about a thing or action, to request clarification when we didn't hear something, and also to express admiration, disapproval, or surprise. Examples. Τι είναι αυτό? Τι κάνεις? Διαβάζω ένα βιβλίο. Τι τρως? Μια σαλάτα. Τι χρώμα είναι τα μάτια σου? Έλλη, τι γίνεται? Μια χαρά, όλα καλά. Τι γίνεται is another casual way to ask how are you, but it can also mean that you want an update. Τι γίνεται με τη δουλειά? Τα ίδια. When we didn't hear something, it is okay to use a plain τι with close friends and family. But if you don't know the other person well or you want to sound more polite, add a few words or use the plural. Τι είπες? Τι είπες, Γιάννη? Δεν άκουσα. Τι είπατε? Δεν σας άκουσα. Συγγνώμη, τι είπατε? Τι καλός άνθρωπος ο κύριος Γιώργος. Τι ωραία μάτια έχεις. Τι ωραία γυαλιά. Τι αηδία. Τι ανοησίες κάνεις πάλι. Ο Γιάννης και η Έλλη χωρίσανε. Τι? Δεν μπορεί. Now let's continue with the pronoun ποιος, ποια, ποιο, which we use to ask who, whose, whom, or which, depending on the context and case. Ποιος is variable, so it changes form in gender and number, just like an adjective. Take a moment to look at the chart on the slide if you need to pause, and we'll continue with examples. Έλλη, ποιος είναι στο τηλέφωνο? Παιδί μου, με ποιον μιλάς? Για ποιον είναι το γράμμα? Ποιο είναι το αγαπημένο σου φαγητό? Μάντεψε ποιος? Ποιανού είναι το ποδήλατο? Τίνος είναι αυτό το βιβλίο? Next we have the pronoun πόσος, πόση, πόσο. We use it mainly to ask about quantity, but also in an exclamatory way to show strong feelings or emphasis. Πόσος is also a variable word and changes in gender and number. Take a look at the declension chart on the slide. Examples. Πόσο κάνει ο καφές? Πόσες του μήνα έχουμε σήμερα? Πόσες έχουμε σήμερα? Πόση ώρα έχω? Σε πόση ώρα φεύγεις? Πόσο χρονών είσαι? Now pay attention please. Προσοχή παρακαλώ. Technically, this phrase, πόσο χρονών είσαι, isn't 100% correct. But everyone says it this way. It is just our preference. The proper form is πόσον χρόνων είσαι. And that's the one you'll want to remember if you're ever taking an exam. We can also use πόσο in an exclamatory way. Πόσο μου λείπει ο μπαμπάς μου. Πόσο σ' αγαπώ. We continue with the interrogative adverbs γιατί, πού, πώς, πότε. Next up is γιατί, which is both an interrogative and a causative adverb. We use it to ask why something happens and also to give a reason or justify an action. Examples. Γιατί κλαις? Γιατί γελάς? Γιατί δεν είσαι στη δουλειά? Γιατί φεύγεις? Γιατί βιάζομαι? Φεύγω τώρα γιατί βιάζομαι. Ντύσου γιατί θα κρυώσεις. Θέλω να ξέρω το γιατί. Don't confuse γιατί with γιατί. They mean different things. Ο Τάκης γιατί μιλάει? Ποιος τον ρώτησε? Ο Τάκης γιατί μιλάει? Γιατί πράγμα μιλάει? Next is the word που, which we use to ask about location. Examples. Πού είναι ο Γιάννης? Πού μένεις? Πού πας? Next is the word πώς. We use it to ask about the manner, method, or way something is done. It can also refer to conditions or the state of something, describe attributes, ask for clarification when we didn't quite hear, and even express shock or surprise. We'll see examples in just a moment. Πώς σε λένε? Πώς ανοίγει το παράθυρο? Πώς τον πίνεις τον καφέ σου? Σκέτο. Πώς είναι ο πατέρας σου? Σήμερα είναι καλύτερα. Πώς είναι ο καιρός στην Αθήνα? Πώς και δεν πήγες στην Ελλάδα φέτος? We can also use πώς when we didn't hear something. Πώς? Πώς είπατε? And to express surprise. Η Έλλη είναι στο νοσοκομείο. Πώς? Τι έγινε? Finally, we have πότε, which we use to ask about time. Examples. Πότε έχουμε Χριστούγεννα? Πότε είναι τα γενέθλιά σου? Για πότε τη θέλετε την τούρτα? Don't confuse πότε with ποτέ. They are two different words with different meanings. Πότε means when. Ποτέ means never. You see, the position of the stress mark is very important. It can change the meaning of the word completely. Πότε θα έρθεις? Ποτέ. All the words we've learned today can also appear in reported speech. Here are a few examples. Σου είπε τι έχει στην τσάντα? Ο μπαμπάς ρωτάει πότε και πώς θα φύγουμε. Μου είπε πού είναι τα χρήματα. Pay attention please. Πού and πώς can also function as connective words to introduce secondary clauses, taking the meaning of who, which, that, etc. This is a more advanced topic, but it's good to have a sense of it. In the following examples, see the difference in meaning even when sentences have exactly the same words. Ο Γιώργος που έχει την ταλίκα. Ο Γιώργος πού έχει την ταλίκα? Είπε πως θα φύγει την Παρασκευή. είπε πώς θα φύγει την Παρασκευή. Ο υπολογιστής που έχω στο σπίτι χάλασε. Αύριο που έχω ρεπό θα πάω για ψώνια. Μου είπε πως σήμερα κάνει ζέστη στην Αθήνα. Did you notice how sometimes Poo and Pos are stressed and other times they are not? As I mentioned in earlier lessons, most single-syllable words aren't stressed. Poo and Pos are stressed when they introduce questions, in direct or indirect speech. When they function as connectives, they are not stressed. Let's close the lesson with a few short dialogues and some fixed or idiomatic phrases that Greeks use. Ξέρεις τι? This phrase is used to introduce an explanation or a counter-argument. It is like saying, okay, but let me tell you something. Πάμε αύριο στην Ακρόπολη. Ξέρεις τι? Δεν γίνεται. Αύριο δουλεύω. Τι έχεις? When we ask someone τι έχεις, we are asking what bothers the other person, because we spotted something different in their behavior. Τι έχεις σήμερα? Δεν κοιμήθηκα καλά. And this is often a classic dialogue between friends or couples that had some disagreement. Τι έχεις? Τίποτα. Και τι με αυτό? We use this phrase to express indifference or scorn. Η Μαρία κέρδισε το λαχείο. Και τι με αυτό? Ποιος ξέρει? The Greek way to say who knows.
Θα μείνω άστεγος. Ποιος ξέρει?
Θα μείνω άνεργη. Ποιος ξέρει? Πού να σου τα λέω? We say this when we have to announce something shocking, some great news, or to gossip. Γιάννη, πού να στα λέω?
Τι έγινε?
Η Τζέννη και ο Τάκης χωρίσανε.
Το περίμενα.
Πώς το έπαθε? We use this phrase to show surprise when something unexpected happens, and it has a hint of irony in it. Σήμερα πήρε τηλέφωνο η Τζέννη.
Πώς το έπαθε?
Sometimes Greeks add the little exclamation ba to show surprise or disbelief, like a quick really in English. Μπαμπά, χθες πήγα στη γιαγιά.
Μπα, πώς το έπαθες?
There are so many of these little phrases we use in everyday conversations. These are only a few examples. But let's not overdo it. This is the last one for today. Πώς και πώς. We use this phrase to express that we've been eagerly waiting for something specific to happen. Περίμενα αυτό το ταξίδι πώς και πώς.
Πώς και πώς περιμένω να τη δω?
That was it for today's lesson. You have lots of practice to do. Practice what you've learned today and if needed, go back and review other lessons. Everything will become clearer day by day. If you found this helpful, don't forget to comment, like or subscribe. Φίλοι μου, γεια σας, τα λέμε σύντομα. Bye!